Most people think of tenure as a guaranteed job with no consequences, but that's just not true. You see, tenure just requires some sort of fair legal process to have a teacher fired, but it doesn't mean they can't be fired. This debate over how tenure actually works made its way to a California courtroom, now known as Vergara v. California. The ruling was in favor of eliminating tenure for all teachers, which left many people a bit like this. But just like teachers, police officers and judges both have jobs protected by due process and without the word tenure circling over their heads. Somebody working for a private company, though, is not as fortunate and probably shouldn't be. You see, teaching and private companies are completely different, as companies have a set of interests that mainly pertain to the growth and success of the company, and when faced with the decision of giving you a job, a company will look for whether you can represent them well and help them develop as a business. So let's say I was a hardcore Republican. BuzzFeed wouldn't need to fire me because I wouldn't have been hired in the first place. But this isn't how teaching works. For example, Laura Kipnis is a professor at Northwestern University that criticized how colleges dealt with sexual harassment and assault, which led to her facing backlash as well as a Title IX investigation. Just like how cigarette companies created a team of researchers and bribed them to produce studies in favor of cigarettes, tenure is made to prevent teachers from being persuaded by their supervisors over their job. But of course, this doesn't explain how bad teachers don't take advantage of tenure. To explain this, Eunice Hahn, an economy faculty member at the University at Utah with a PhD in economics from Harvard, concluded that well-established unions fire more underperforming teachers than districts with weaker unions. This means that these unions are greatly reducing high school dropout rates while providing important protections for the teachers in these schools. Instead of removing tenure, we need to strengthen teacher unions and better connect them to poorer communities. But unfortunately, I don't have an answer for strengthening teacher unions in poor communities, as that's the problem education reformers should be focusing on. But then again, when we leave it up to the reformers, everything ends up going full circle back to where the problem began.